and welcome to Chair Interval Training, brought to you by Community Access Yellow Springs and the Yellow Springs Senior Center. And me, Lynn Hardman. I'm a Silver Sneakers Flex instructor. But you don't need silver sneakers, and you don't need to be a member of the Senior Center to get the benefits of this chair interval training safely right to you in your home. All you need is a sturdy chair, perhaps a rubber ball and a rubber band today, so you might want to grab those things and have them ready. As you know, we've been doing this since April, or maybe you haven't, but it's October now, and the dahlias won't be blooming much longer, but oh, they're in their full glory. So I have some pretty pink ones. And the reason I'm wearing pink and talking about pink is that October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So I want to remind you to do self-exam and mammogram for that early detection. It's so important. Preventative health, whenever we can, is, well, the best way to, well, you know what I mean. A pound of, there's a saying there, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. Rock on. All right, so now you've got a sturdy chair, a cleared area to exercise in, and very important, always consult your physician before you try any new exercise program. If you haven't had any health changes recently, then just go at your own pace. And if you ever feel dizzy or out of balance, please, it's recommended you remain or return to your chair. So let's get this little party started. Is there anything else I wanted to tell you? Oof, my, time flies when you're, well, having fun. I hope you have a little fun today. That's one of the goals of this program. Another goal is to make our movements easier. So go at your own pace, and if anything hurts, don't do it. Let's see if this music is about right. It's about to get louder, I think. Whether you're seated or standing, stack your ears over your shoulders, over your hips. For best posture, elongating your spine makes everything feel a little easier. Swinging your arms in cross-crawl fashion helps connect your brain and your body for better coordination. Just march it out, see how you feel. Remember, you can always substitute a different movement if something doesn't feel right for you. But try to keep moving. Motion is lotion. I like rhyming things. Let's see how it feels to inhale, lifting our arms. Exhale, of course, and keep breathing. If it feels good taking your arms all the way over your head, fine. If it doesn't, that's fine too. Go at your own pace. Okay, let's see how it feels to get behind this chair. Widen out our stance. Sink into a little mini squat, down and up. Not too far, we're just hinging those hips, knees, and ankles. And then as we go down, let's come up on our toes and up, down and up. Good, we can use our chair if we need it. Let's try going down and up, side to side. Going nice and slow, or perhaps a little faster. Just hinging down into those hips, knees, and ankles. Lift to the shoulder a bit, maybe rolling it. Just limbering up those hips and shoulders especially. And those ball and socket joints need a little bit of lubrication. And that's why I say motion is lotion. See how it feels to go forward with those shoulder circles. Oh, it feels good for me to move. I did a lot of heavy lifting, getting some of my big outdoor plants back indoors. Oh, I'm gonna march it out. All right, I want to remind you about posture. I'm also going to remind you when we're in the chair about hydration or getting lots of periodic sips of water. Hydration is very important to our overall health. And I'm also going to remind you about intensity. We're going to On a scale of 1, actually 1 would be over here. It could be wherever you want. It could be down low. And then 10 would be the highest. So we're going to shoot for an intensity level of about a 4 to a 7. And that will give us good aerobic benefit. But everybody is different. So when we do some of these patterns, I want you to challenge yourself safely and listen to your body. If you get out of breath and you can't talk, you're working too hard. All right, over to the side of your chair, I want to show you a pattern. Very simply, I'm going to call it up, down. Pretty simple. But if you're over here at the side of your chair, best posture, you can lift your knees up. Let's try 8 of those. So 4 more, 3, 2, and then heels down. And you can sink into it if you like for 4 more, 3, 2. Do that again, but knees for 4. And then heels down. Good. Do it again in 4. So up and down. Got it? Good. Let's march it out. We're going to play around with that, but we'll add other ups and downs and try to put them into sections of 4. Let's see what that looks like. We already know how to do knees up and heels down. Let's use toe raises up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and then toes back. So reach your toes back. Keep your head and chest high. 4, 3, 2, toe raises up. 4. And toes back. 4, 3, 2, 1. Toe raises up. We're getting warm, aren't we? And toes back. So later on, we're going to combine those knees and heels and toes up and then toes back. We'll make a big happy aerobic sandwich. How's that sound? I'm kind of hungry right now. We're going to continue to warm up. There'll be another pattern, but I'm confident you'll get it. We're going to continue warming up, and if you're not already in your chair, get ready to get in your chair with your heels close to it. Keep your head up, get your hips back. You can sit down slow one time, or you can squat a lot. I'm just going to do a couple. In fact, today I'm going to show you from the side what your squatting should look like. If you spot a point on the wall, across the wall, across the room, ears over, shoulders over, hips to begin, and we're going to reach the hips back and get the hands forward as a counterbalance. So, just in case, because I'm always facing you when we squat. Go ahead and get seated. This is a good time to get a little sip of water if you like. So as you do, get things down low in life. Support your back. Ooh, support your back. Ooh, we did a lot of lifting. Did I say that? And some digging. Wow. All right, we are going to continue in our chair with some dynamic stretches. So remember, best posture, stretch out your heels. Stretch out your legs. Good. Sit tall. Brace and breathe. Bracing with the abdominals helps support the spine. But we don't want to hold our breath. Good. Go ahead and see how it feels to lift your foot in a dorsiflexed position up. And let's take both hands and sort of reach for the toes. We don't have to touch them. Let the crown of the head drift up, up, up. All right, let's warm up those ankles and wrists. Let's try a little flex point flex. Ankles and wrists are really important to our activities of daily living. Good, let's do a little circle with our right ankle and our wrist going outward. And then let's try our left ankle And let's try going inward. I'm already tuckered out. I hope you're not tuckered out. We're just getting going. So let's stretch that right leg. Support here on the lap. Inhale, long, strong spine. Looking good out there. Look forward as you stretch forward gently. Lift the toes and the fingers. Oh. And then push the sole and the fingers down. Good. Sit tall, pull the navel in, draw the knee toward the chest, and more ankle circles. This time, outward and then inward. Let's try the other leg as well. Stretch, support, inhale up. Hinge forward. Hello again. Can you wiggle your foot and your hand? And then lift the toes and the fingers. And then lower, pushing on an imaginary pedal. Sit tall, pull the navel in. How are you feeling on our scale of 1 to 10 of perceived exertion? Circling outward and then inward with the ankle. Hey, when we're warming up, maybe you're at a 2 or maybe even a 3 by now. But remember, this next segment is going to be about 10 minutes and we're going to be moving intentionally to get our heart and lungs stronger. You could do that in your chair, but you might have to be creative because when we do a lot of knee lifts and marching, those hip flexors get tight and short. So you gotta kick your heels back sometimes or do some non-jumping jacks. So how about it? Let's try it. If you feel like getting up on your feet, it's time. Dig your heels in. If you feel dizzy, please sit back down and just keep moving. Okay. Let's do that pattern we did during the warm-up. But just for fun, let's take it over on this side of the chair. This is a good time for you to double check your area. Make sure nothing's under your feet. Your feet are protected by good, appropriate shoes. Best posture. We're going to go up and down and up and down. Let's start with our knees, shall we? Up. Let's try 8 of these. You can swing your arms, 4 more, 3, 2, or hold your chair, and then heels down. Good, 4 more, 4, 3. You can swing those arms, knees up. Good, 4 more. Heels down. This is the up-down pattern. Isn't that wonderful? 4 more, 3, 2. Let's try 4 knees. 4, 3, 2, 4 heels. Get down lower if your legs are feeling good. Knees up. Heels down. Good. Let's do 1 more set of 4s. Let that sink into our motor memory. Heels. March it out now. All right. Make sure you can touch your chair. We're going to do up and down, toes up, and then toes tap back. Keep your body straight and strong and tall when you do the toes back. We'll start with 8s. Ready for toe lifts? Up, up, up. You got your chair if you need it. 4 more. 3, 2, toes back. Like you're cross-country skiing. Maybe you haven't had that experience to draw from. Toes up, up. You can reach. You can make it really big if you like. 4 more. 3, 2, and toes back. Reach. You can swing your arms or hold your chair. Your choice. Up for 4. 4 toe raises. Toe tap back. Good. This is the up and down pattern. Up for 4. Back for 4. Let's do that 1 more time. Up, up, up. Back and down. March it out. How you doing on that scale of 1 to 10? You doing all right? Can you talk? I wish I could hear you. All right. Let's see if we can put those up downs together. So we've got our knees up And then tapping our heels down. And then we got our toe raises up. And then our toe taps back. Woo! Don't worry, just keep moving. Let's start in 8s, and then we'll cut it down to 4s. And if we're feeling really froggy, maybe we'll do 2s. I don't know. Are you ready? Let's see. Countdown. 4, 3, 2, 4 knees. Up. No, 8, 7, 6, 5, forgive me. 4, 3, 2, heels down. 8. Sink into those legs if you like. 4 more. Good. Toes up. 8 of these. Good. 4 more. 3, 2, toes back and down. Good. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, knees up. 8, 7. You can do both arms or just opposites. 4 more. 3, 2, heels down. Down. 4 more. 3, 2, toe raises up. This is the up down pattern. 4 more. 3, 2, toes back, down. Good. 4 more. 3, 2. How about 4 knees? 4, 3, 2, 1. 4 heels down. Toes up. 4, 3, 2. Toes back down. Do it again. Knees up for 4, 3, 2. Toe heels down. Toes up. Up. 2, 3, 4. Toes back. Good. Knees up. In 4s. Heels down. Toe raises up. Toe taps back, down. Let's do it again. Knees up. 4, 3, 2. Heels down. Toe raises up. This is pretty aerobic for me. I don't know about you. 4 toe taps. Should we try 2s? 2 knees. Down heels. Up toes. Back tap. Let's try it again. 2 knees. Up. 2 heels down, 2 toes up, 2 taps back. Let's do it again. I'm hoping you're getting it. This is kind of hard for me. All right, march it out. Woo! How you doing? How are you doing on your scale of 1 to 10? In your happy zone, 4 to 7, maybe 8. 8 is, I don't know how much longer I can do it. I might need to sit back down. Well, if you're feeling fine, let's keep on going with our up, down. But let's try it down behind our chair or back behind our chair. I might hop out in front just for a moment to show you the movements that we're going to use for up and down. So if you're behind your chair, you can hold it because you might need it for balance. We're going to do heels up. That's good. 4, 3, 2, and then down. Like a little side jack, a low impact jumping jack. Do heels up again, hip abduction. Got your chair. Good, 4 more. 4, 3, 2, now jack it, heels down. Get low if you like. 4 more. 3, 2, heels up, you got it. Dorsiflex your foot, try not to lean way over to the side. Good, heels down. Got it? Very good. Okay, march it out. We're gonna use another couplet of moves that go up and down. Let's try our hamstring curls or heels up, 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 up. You can flex or row. Good, then we're gonna sit down or do a little mini squat for 4 more. 4, 3, 2, heels up. 8, 7, 6, 5, I forgot how to count. And little mini squats. 8, 7, 6, 5. You get the picture. All right, march it out. I'm gonna go back behind my chair, because I might need it for balance check, but I wanted you to see the moves. Ask yourself how much longer you want to do this. Let's try and put those moves together. Up with the heels or hips, and then down with the heels. Let's try 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Heels down to the side like you're doing a low jack. Down. 4, 3, 2. Heels up or hip abduction. Got your chair there. 4, 3, 2. Heels down. Good. 4 more. 4, 3, 2. How about up for 4? Up, up. Good. Down for 4. Yes. Again. Up and down. Let's try it one more time in 4s. Let that sink into our motor memory. And down for 4. Good. March it out. We're going to do that other couplet with the heels up, hamstring curls, and then we're going to sit down and do a mini squat. You might need your chair. Start with your feet about hip width, and let's do hamstrings for 8. Heels up. This is our up move. 4, 3, 2. Now sit down a little. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Let's do one more set of 8. Kick your butt, I guess. 4 more. 3, 2, and then sit back into your hips. Weight equal in right and left legs. 4 more. 4, 3. Heels up for 4. 4, 3, 2. Squat for 4. 4, 3, 2. One more time. Heels up, up, squat. All right, are you ready to put them together? Heels up, side. Good, and then tap it out. 4, 3, 2. Hamstring curls for 4. Squat for 4. 4, 3, 2. Heels up, abduct for 4. Good, tap it out for 4. Down. Heels up, row for 4. Squat down. And that's our down up. Let's try it in 4s again. Heels up. Heels down. Hamstrings up. Good. Squat down. Ooh, that was a big pattern. I got a little breathy. How about you? Where were you on your perceived exertion scale? We're going to transition to some strength work. But let's get our breathing under control. And it's very helpful to breathe in through your nose. And exhale, as if you're blowing out a little candle. When you feel ready, you can sit down slow one time. We did a lot of squatting on that last pattern, so I'm just going to get in my chair and get a drink of water. I invite you to do as well, mindfully. Staying hydrated is one really good way to help our body's immune system and all of its systems to be healthy. So you gotta stay ahead, especially when we start to turn on furnaces. Forced air will tend to dehydrate us more. So we're going to use our ball, as advertised earlier in the show, and a rubber band. We're going to take the ball and carefully, without leaning too far forward, put it down under our right foot. Make sure the knee is over the ankle to do a little leg press or a big leg press, or maybe somewhere in between. You know your body, but this is strengthening the gluteals, the butt muscles, a little bit of the hamstrings. And you might feel, if you're really digging in hard, your foot wobbles a little, and we're trying to engage our abdominals as well. That's the lower body movement. Put some oomph into it. And then we're going to add an upper body movement, and then put them together. Let's try one more really sustained exhale. And relax. We're going to take our tubing and we're going to just loop it underneath the right sole. See how we've got about an equal length on either side of the knee? Put both lengths over into the right side. Now I've got a particularly long band, so there's not much tension going on there. I'm going to reach through the little triangles and grab the band just so it's not flapping in the breeze. But you can do it however you like to get a little tension. Use your other hand, your left, on the lap, and row, keeping your hand close to your body. Now, if you like, you can add that leg press. Really exhale each time you swish the ball under your foot. You'll get back what you put into it, so sow your seeds, do your best, and then when you feel that you cannot do it in good form much longer, then you have reached the end of this exercise set. The goal is to reach momentary muscular fatigue. And I'm feeling it in my bicep and the rear shoulder and a little bit in my grip strength too. My leg didn't get as tired. We're going to do that on the other side. So next time I do it, I'm going to put a little more effort into the leg press part. All right. If you like, we're going to move on to a different exercise. You can just put that band in your lap. Support your back as you get that ball. And we're going to do some leg squeezes for our inner thighs. Sitting tall and right at the edge of your seat, give that ball, make sure your feet are a little closer than your knees, and give that ball a good solid squeeze. Exhale as you squeeze the ball. These very short ranges of motion when we use the ball, if we're holding our breath, it may make our blood pressure rise unnecessarily. So go at your own pace. Now, our lower body, our legs generally, and our core has more endurance than our upper body. So I'm making a point to pre-fatigue my inner thighs, but I want more. If you want more, dig your heels in, pull your toes up, squeeze your glutes, contracting and tighten your abs, all as you exhale. How's that feeling? Feel like those inner thighs and all of your leg muscles getting stronger? Even your hips and your abdominals. Great, take a break. We're gonna add an upper body chest press to that. Our chest press is sort of the opposite of the pulling. So take your time, situate the tubing or your band around your upper back, under your arms. I've got this long band today, so I'm going to loop my hand back around and grab it close to the shoulder joint and see how it feels to, oh yeah, now that feels like a righteous push-up. Closing your chest a bit and opening it. Bending your elbows will use more muscles. I see a lot of times people will do this straight. I want you to get the biggest bang for your buck out of this exercise, if it suits you. If anything hurts, please stop. Okay, we're gonna add in that thigh squeeze, really digging our heels in and toes up. Squeezing our glutes as we push and exhale. Tightening our abs as we exhale. Abs is short for rectus abdominis or abdominal muscles. And I'm starting to get tired. How are you doing? I'm reaching the goal of momentary muscular fatigue. But I'm not like you, so you know you. Stop when you need to. Take a break and join back in when you want. Take your time and take that tubing off. We're going to do that one-legged leg press and a one-armed row on the left. So take your time, support your back as you put the ball down. Situate it so that your knee is right on top of your ankle I like to hold on to the chair when I do this so I can really dig in. But once I've got it going, I can feel my abdominals. If you want, you can feel the tension in your torso as you press into the ball. You could feel the tension on the hamstring or the gluteals as you press into the ball. Those are the muscles that we're strengthening with this. It's okay to lean a little forward. That's what happens when our abdominals contract. But do your best. And then we're going to take a little break and set up for the upper body one-arm row. Ready? Go ahead and grab those handles. Loop it under the left foot so that you got about an equal length, and then put both lengths over to the left side. You could just grab that anywhere, but I have such a long band, I'm going to put my arm through the triangles and grab down there. Make sure you got a little tension. Support your back. Dig your heel in as you row. Hard to believe it's October already. Speaking of being prepared, I hope you already checked and that you're registered. Because by the time you see this show, I think it might be the last day to do that. And then early voting will begin. Do your best. Dig that heel in. Breathe. And when you're done, you'll know it. Release that tension. Get that tubing back up on top of your chair somewhere. Make sure you take your time to get the ball up off of the ground. You don't want to hurt her back doing something too quickly. Let's get a sip. And I didn't even preview the next pattern we're going to do because I'm confident you'll get it with repetition. We're going to do our cha-cha. And I'm going to show you that you can cha-cha-cha in your chair. But if you know that you would like to be on your feet, this is a good time to get on up, get behind, or actually start over here on the right side of your chair, please. Okay? And we'll be sitting tall if we're sitting. We'll be standing tall if we're standing. Best posture. And we're going to do a step out, or forgive me, we're going to do a step of forward with the right. Forward with the right, and then cha, cha, cha. And then back with the left. Cha, cha, cha. Forward with the right. Cha, cha, cha. If you're standing, you got to be able to see and touch your chair. One more time, slow with this cha-cha. We're putting our weight into that foot. We're not tapping, we're stepping, right? Now in tempo. Step on it. Cha-cha-cha. Step back. Cha-cha-cha. Step. Put your weight into it. Step. Go at your own pace. Cha-cha-cha. Forward. Cha-cha-cha. Back. Cha-cha-cha. All right, so we got that cha-cha going. Excellent. You guys keep going. I'm going to transition to my feet, but you keep going. Back on the left. Cha-cha-cha. Forward on the right. And back on the left. Forward. Cha-cha-cha. Back. Cha-cha-cha. I hope I got back in time with you. You can get a little lower if you wanted, and then up on your toes, working on balance and leg strength and a little bit of power. But if that doesn't suit you, you can make it smaller. But this is our agility pattern, the ability to move our feet fast. So do your best, go at your own pace, and think about it for a moment. What would it be like if we did it even faster? I don't think I can move my feet that fast. So we're going to get rid of that cha-cha-cha in the middle. And we'll go double time, forward, back, step, step. Lower your body weight into your hips, knees, and ankles. This is pretty athletic. So if you're getting a little tired and you want to take it back to a march or back to your chair, you're right. I'm going to march it out. Woo, I felt that. about you? How are you feeling on our 1 to 10 perceived exertion scale? Do you want to try a different direction? Maybe lateral with our cha-cha? Come on behind your chair if you would, so you can see and use it as your balance check. And we're going to step out to the side and cha-cha-cha. Slow, step out to the other side. Good, out. Now when you step out, it's a mini squat, so put your weight in those legs and sink into it. One more time, slow. And then to the left, slow. Now at tempo, squat, cha-cha-cha, or step, cha-cha-cha. Down, up, up, up. You can go down and up. Today's been about down and up a lot. That's pretty athletic if you want it to be. Down, up, up, and on your toes. I couldn't say it. Cha-cha-cha. 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 Let's add a clap, if you would. And we'll do 4 more at tempo. 3, and then we're going to take out the clap, and then we'll go fast. You ready? Out, out, like we're downhill skiing now. Shoo, shoo. So your foot is not tapping, it's stepping. Go at your own pace. 4 if you like. 3, 2. Woo! I'm a little breathy. I'd say I'm a 6 or 7 on that perceived exertion scale. How about you? If you want to return to your chair, you're right. Do your best and then take a rest. Just try to keep moving at your own pace. Or on the left-hand side, we're going to go forward with the left foot, and then cha, 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 and back with the right. Can you see and touch your chair? Let's do that slow, with a step on it. And one more time, slow. And now literally step on it, a little faster. Step. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Good. I hope you're feeling good. It's almost time to wrap up this pattern, I think. The music changed again. We'll do 4 more at tempo. 3, 2, 1. Now step, step. Woo! Ha! Forward left, back right. 4, 3, 2. Oof! That was a lot of leg work, was it not? I hope it was just right for you. We're going to transition to our chair again and work on some strength moves. Now, if you want to do a little bit more strength work, get your heels and your lower legs close to that chair and prepare to do your best squat. Remember at the top of the show, I showed you from the side, get your hips back, but keep your head up. Good way to do that is to spot a point across the wall. Do a small range of motion. See how that feels. Squeezing your hips forward, driving upward with your glutes. Dig your heels in and go a little lower if it suits you. And repeat. You could do maybe, I don't know, 4 more good full range of motions where you almost tap the chair. Or you could sit down whenever you've reached your abilities, your safe, comfortable, a little bit challenging number of squats. Yay! You are awesome. I wish I could see how awesome you are, but if you're just watching and trying your best, that's what's going to make a difference in your overall health. Ta-da! Exercise is medicine, and that's why some supplemental health insurance programs pay for your exercise when it's a silver sneakers class. I'm not collecting any money for this. I'm doing it because exercise is good medicine. And so here's to our health, our community's health. It's a good thing to have stamina right about now. Okay, we're going to do a couple exercises again, and then we'll combine them Just leave your ball like behind you and come to the edge of your seat with your tube, please. Grab the handles and let's step on the tubing. With our knees right over our ankles, see if you've got about equal length on either outside of the knee. Swap the right handle into the left hand and vice versa. So you got an X in front of your shins, and make sure you've got a good amount of tension there. Sitting tall. Wait a minute, we're not going to do that one yet. So sorry, folks. We're sitting at the edge of our seat, and we're going to do a upright row. So inhale, keeping your hands close to your body, and open your chest. Think about squeezing your shoulder blades behind you. You don't need to go any higher than your collarbone with this upright row. Ideally, your wrist is staying as straight as it can, and your elbows lead the way. So you almost look like a little Y at the top. Now, we're going to add a little ab slide back on this one. Wow, that was hard. I should have shown you the ab slides first. I think I'll do that. Stay facing forward. I'm going to turn to the side so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, if you just want to do the abdominal strengthening, hold the navel in, tighten, brace, and breathe. Tuck the tailbone under, lean back, keep your feet on the floor, and sit up, but not quite all the way where you stop requiring any strength in your abdominals. Then, if you like, you could add those upright rows as you sit up, or even harder, you could add the upright rows when you go back, because now you got more weight on the other end of the teeter-totter. So that's one way you could progress with this, is to row as you lean back. Ooh, that's pretty hard. Keep your heels on the ground. Keep your neck slightly longer in the back by tucking your chin in towards your throat, and that will take some tension off. If your neck hurts, you could just lean back into your chair. You would have the chair back behind you in a row. All right, I'm getting tired of that one, but I'm going to turn and face you. Don't undo your handles yet. We're going to do exercise set number 2. You'll need your ball for this. We're going to tuck it behind our back. So you're going to scoot your hips back into your chair till you've got that ball situated behind your mid-back to near your shoulder blades, depending on your torso length and your chair. And we're going to just hold those handles, dig our heels into the ground, squeeze our gluteals, and push into the ball. Careful, don't tip your chair. You're digging your heels in, and your hamstrings are tightening and strengthening. You're digging your heels in, and you're squeezing your gluteals, and they're strengthening. Your lower back is strengthening with this very small range of motion, but very powerful hyperextension. Awesome. So let's do a few more of those. You really have to think to get your gluteals all working for you. Dig those heels in. Don't let your chair tilt. All right. I'm going to do one more. Now, I'm going to show you our lower body hip abduction. So, I'm going to situate my hands on the outsides of the thighs, but for less tension, you'd be on the inside, but rest your hands on your lap wherever you are. Now, keeping your foot sliding just over the floor, try a right and then a left hip abduction. Notice your body stays centered and your other leg, the floor leg, stays upright, vertical. Now, that's pretty hard. We're working with our spine stabilizers to stay straight. If you want to put the hyperextension, dig your heels in, push into the ball, exercise together with the hip abduction. Try to lean or push straight back. And then we're gonna alternate right and left. Really dig that heel into the standing leg and feel the tightness and the strengthening in the glutes and the side of the hip on either side. Breathe. This is a big exercise. If you're combining it, we're using a lot of the torso, abdominals, and spinal stabilizers to not tip over while we do this. That wouldn't be good, would it? All right, my hips are starting to feel it, the hip abductors. I'm getting tired, so I'm gonna stop with that. But if you wanna keep going with your hyperextensions, breathe as you squeeze and dig your heels in. Maybe we could add an upper body exercise. Bring your elbows, palms up, elbows in toward your rib cage. Keep them pasted to your rib cage. And try to add a bicep curl. As you dig your heels in, squeeze your glutes, and push your lower back into that ball. Breathe. Ah, this is good. We need those biceps for heavy lifting. Think about it now. Get the most out of this exercise by staying engaged mentally and thinking about the muscles you're strengthening. Okay, I'm getting pretty tired with my hips. So I'm going to release the tension on this tubing. Try to keep that ball behind me. And then release. And wow, that was hard. Let me see where we are at with our timing. And let's take a sip of water if you'd like. I forgot to mark the time at the beginning of our exercise, but let's see where we're at. Oh, we're doing good. We have time to do one more balance exercise. As I frequently say, but I didn't yet today, we work on the ABCs, agility, balance, and coordination, because these are evidence-based exercises that help reduce our risk of falls. Prevention, right? All right, so I'm going to show you seated, and then if you like, you could try it standing, but you'll get benefit from this variation on a VOR exercise, vestibular, inner ear, ocular, eye, and R is for reflex. So sometimes if you spin around a lot, you'll get dizzy. What we're trying to do is suppress that dizziness reaction or reflex. So sitting at the edge of your chair, you can hold your ball out as far away as comfortable from your eyes. We're going to not move our eyes at all. We're going to keep them laser focused on the ball. As we move our head gently, slowly to the right, easy with your neck, and then gently, slowly to the left. So stretch your eyes to look at that ball. And then, not too fast, but a little faster. You may have to reduce the range of motion if your neck hurts. Don't do it too fast. And then end up by going a little faster, as if you're saying no, 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 emphatically. And you might notice when you get to the faster speed, the ball appears to jump side to side. That's the desired reflex, okay? Let's try it on the other side. Okay, so eyes focused on the ball, sitting tall. Move your head to the left, looking out of the side of your eye socket, and then right, slow and gentle. Go at your own pace. If everything feels good, you can go a little faster with your head movement. Keep the eyes focused on the ball the whole time until you can move comfortably and faster, as if you're saying no. Okay, now, if you already felt a little out of kilter here in your seat, you probably don't want to do this on your feet. But if you want a little more challenge, we're going to get on our feet and use our handy dandy sturdy chair as our balance check. Make sure you can see it with your peripheral vision. Sometimes this means backing up a little and touch it with your fingers. Okay, we're going to do this again. We could put our weight in both feet in our neutral stance, and that would be somewhat challenging, or more challenging, we put our feet together. More challenging, we can be on our kickstand or one-footed with a kickstand, or more challenging, we could just be on one leg. So you get to choose. A wider base is a more stable base. I'm going to try it with my kickstand today. Stand tall, focus your eyes on the ball. Don't let this hip slip. Pull up in there, and keep your eyes on the ball as you move your head to the side, side to side. Oh, stop. One important thing, keep your hand a fingernail's breadth away from this chair. So if you need it, it's there. And the other thing is you can always step out. Those are our safety nets. Got it? Try it. Try stepping out. What does that look like? A squat. Okay, so pick your favorite pose to balance as you do. Eyes focused on the ball, hand near the chair. Turn your head to the right, slow, and left, slow. And a little bit faster if you like. And then when you get to the fast, woo! I needed to touch my chair just a little. And then I stepped out when my leg got tired. Do you want to try it on the left? This should be challenging, so remember, least challenging would be a wide stance or seated. Neutral, how you stand when you're waiting in line 6 feet or more apart. We're getting good at that. And then narrow, this is more challenging. The narrower the base, the more unstable. Kickstand, and then one-legged. And I left out, you could also do it in a staggered stance. I'm going to try it in a staggered stance. That's pretty hard for me. So wherever you are, make sure you can touch your chair. Keep your hand just a fingernail's breadth away. Extend that arm. Keep your eyes focused on the ball. And move your head. Ooh, this is harder for me. Remember, you can always step out or grab your chair as you move your head a little faster. That was hard. Whew, man. Well, that was a fine workout. I hope you had a good time. One of my favorite parts of the workout that is immediately effective is our cool down stretch. So as you get seated, you could just sit down however you like. But if your heels or your lower legs are touching the chair, you know if your hip or your knee gives out, you're safe. You're gonna land in the chair. Good. All right. As we stretch, reminder, try to breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth, just at your own pace. Slowing our breath consciously, but very, very organically, naturally, to suit your body's needs. So sit towards the edge of that chair. Sit tall. Let's start with our figure 4 stretch today. Crossing the ankle in front of the other ankle, body and knee in a vertical position. We can support here. Breathe in, lengthen the spine. And then as you exhale, hinge forward. Let that outside of the right knee drift down, down, down to the ground or towards it. Now, for those of you who are more limber, everybody hold that stretch. Those of you who it's within your safe, comfortable abilities to cross ankle overlap, this is another way to do the figure 4 stretch for the outer hip and the hip rotator cuff. Breathe in, lengthen your tailbone back. Exhale, sink into it, coax, but never force the outside of your knee toward the ground. That's a good stretch. Let's switch. Take your time. Ankle crossing over the ankle. Hip is opening like at the page of a book. Knee is vertical, so is the spine. As we inhale, lengthen. As we exhale, hinge forward, supporting on that lap. Maybe gently encouraging the outside of the knee toward the floor. Stay with your breath, stay with your stretch. Those of you who are more limber, maybe. It's not always the same on the left and the right. So one hip might be tighter than the other. That's okay, that's quite normal. Inhale, lengthen your tailbone back. Exhale, hinge forward, gently encouraging that knee toward the floor. Stretches shouldn't hurt. But you should feel, especially at the end of our exercise, like you're really restoring flexibility. Because all that exercise was shortening our muscles. And we've got to keep this is a team. Strength work and flexibility is a team that's like a health insurance program for your joints. It's prevention. All right, let's get the fronts of these hips in our side saddle stretch. It really helps to hinge forward as you slowly get that left leg back. Slowly breathe in as you sit tall. And if your shoulder doesn't mind, stretch it up. If your shoulder minds, soothe it in. Open your spine, lift as you breathe in, and then sort of sideways flex towards the chair back as you breathe out. Stay here with your breath. Fill the belly, expand the lungs down low, and then up through the ribs and up to the chest. And exhale, ease out of that. Sit tall and really enjoy feeling the knee drift down. Hip flexor and quadriceps we're stretching there, as well as the side of our body. Now let's do that the other way. So take your time and support on that left side as you coax gradually the right leg back. Your toe and foot should be relaxed, and it might be pointing backward, or maybe it's better for you to have it tucked under. Either way is fine, but relax the foot. Just let it be loose. Sit tall, let the knee drift down, breathe in as your spine goes up, 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 and maybe a little arch if it feels good. When you're ready to exhale, you can stretch through that right side, leaning toward the chair back, and stay in this stretch as you breathe deeply. And ease out. Ooh, I like that stretch. All right, let's open our chest a little. Remember, as we inhale, we're trying to fill our lungs, these big, pink, beautiful organs from the bottom to the top, okay? Breathe in through your nose and let's open our fingers wide, flex our wrists back, stretch those forearms and biceps. Breathe, breathe in, lift your heart, and then exhale out. Go at your own pace, but do it again. This time, interlace your fingers. Curl the spine like a cat. And then when you're ready for your inhale, breathe in, opening your chest, opening your spine into a slight sway back cow. And then at your own pace, exhale, interlace your fingers. Tuck. Exhale like a cat. That felt good. Let's get these muscles on the side of the neck and the shoulder trapezius, they tend to carry a lot of tension. If you're towards the edge of your chair, as you inhale, let's find with our fingertips something back there on the chair. Be mindful, keep all 4 legs on the chair on the floor. And just latch on and inhale as you hinge slightly forward to feel a gentle stretch along the spine and down the shoulders. When you're ready, exhale and draw your right ear down toward your right shoulder, and you'll feel a nice stretch on the left side of your neck. Breathe into that. If it doesn't feel nice, sit tall, inhale, lengthen forward. You can always substitute your favorite exercise, and breathing, simply breathing, is a great substitute at the end of our workout. Breathe in, lengthen those trapezius muscles. Oh, that felt good. We don't do this very often, but a little half head circle is a good thing for us, but it's not advisable to do a full head circle. So keep your shoulders and your chest up, and I like to put my hands near my heart so I have this tactile feedback that I'm not leaning forward with my torso. And if you like, just let your right ear drift down toward the shoulder, but keep the shoulders up and level. And then slow, slow front half of a circle. And end up with your left ear over your left shoulder. And then you can go the other way. Oh, that feels really good. I did a lot of hard work in the garden this weekend, but it was necessary because the temperatures were going low and it's that time of year. So you know what else October is in thinking about things that are related to your health and preventative health? October is also when open enrollment begins for Medicare. So your senior center has a wonderful service. And there are other ways to navigate the convoluted and quite complicated health insurance system, but your senior center, Yellow Springs Senior Center, has people who are trained to help you figure out what health insurance program is going to serve your needs best. And that is good medicine. So wherever you go, please be safe. This mask is our best preventative health tool when it comes to the coronavirus. So wear it, mask up, back up. Keeping our physical distance whenever we can is also good. Being outdoors is great, but the weather's going to change. So the Scandinavians say there's no bad weather, just bad clothes. But, wherever you go, please keep it safe and simple. And get your mammogram, do self-exam, be prepared, not scared. Bye, I'll see you next time.